How's it going, guys? Shape here, and welcome to the channel. This video is going to go over some forgotten farms that are extremely profitable right now. You might notice a difference in my mic, and hopefully you still recognize me. Santa was very good to me this year and got me some really cool stuff to share with you guys. I'm still messing with the settings as this is the first time I've recorded with it, so bear with me. Let me know in the comments below what you guys think. With all the hype surrounding Shadowlands and the new expansion, a lot of players don't focus on old content any longer. With us being over a month into the new expansion, I thought it was time to test the waters with some old content, and I have definitely stumbled on some farms that compete even with the crazy prices of the Shadowlands farms. If anything, I know a lot of us would like a break and a change of scenery, so look no further than the farms I'm about to go over. I spent the last few days gathering up some data and it was really promising. One of the best parts is you don't even have to be max level for any of these. The first farm I'm going to cover in this video is going to take us out to Pandaland. You're going to want to head all the way up to the Isle of Giants. You're going to be killing and skinning every single dinosaur you see here, and the route is pretty simple. All you need to do is go in one big circle around the island. I know you guys thought you got away from me talking about skinning, and I promise this is the only farm in the video that talks about it because it is just too good not to discuss right now. These dinosaurs are going to drop giant dinosaur bones and Shapeshiftrz leather. You can turn 5 Shapeshiftrz leathers into 1 exotic leather. To speed things up and save you some gold, the forger gloves work on these mobs since you are here in Pandaria. If you are unfamiliar with these gloves, they can be obtained from the berserkers in the Timeless Isle. If you do a loop around here for a little while, you should be able to find a pair and get them to drop. Once you have those equipped, it will cut down on all gathering resource time while in Pandaria. These are also the gloves used to cut down on the surveying time we went over in one of our Vial of the Sands recipes, so if you guys are familiar with that, you should already have them. There are also some pets you can get while you farm these as well. You can make another 80 or so gold for the pets that drop here, and they might go up in time, but that's what they're going for right now. Also, there's an egg that drops from the mobs here that you can catch and hatch after 3 days and has a chance of 1 of 3 mounts. You will not be able to fly while you're in the Isle of Giants, which may break this for some who want to do things faster, but before you let that get you down, just wait to hear how much gold per hour you can make out of this farm right now. On average for US servers, the exotic leather is selling for around 9 gold per leather, and the giant dinosaur bones are selling for 6 gold per bone. After an hour of farming, you should be able to get around 800 exotic leather and 10,000 giant dinosaur bones. Most of the profit is going to be from the giant dinosaur bones, and they tend to sell fairly quickly on the auction house. For the leather, you might have to keep this for a little while, but it eventually will sell for the price you're looking for. With all of that said, this farm will net you around 60 to 70,000 gold for an hour's worth of your time. The sales prices are definitely higher than they have been in a while, so take advantage of that while you can before the prices start to drop. The next farm I wanted to talk about is going to take us back to an area where we were at almost all of the time at the end of BFA, and that would be Oldham. This farm is going to require you to have herbalism. I would highly recommend a druid or at least having the sky golem to really maximize this farm. The herb we are going to be targeting is whiptail. This herb is used a lot in cataclysm items, and I think the main source of the increase is tied to the Vial of the Sands mount. Here's the best route I have found to farm this. You will also want to have war mode on when you're doing this, or at least test it out between having it on and off. I always have better results with war mode on than off, and I think that is because a lot of players have it off so they don't have to worry about other players. You are also going to get a lot of volatile lives when you're picking up the whiptail, so that is only going to add to your total gold per hour for this farm. After an hour's worth of following this route, I was able to gather 700 to 800 whiptail and 200 to 250 volatile life. The current price of whiptail is 14 gold each and 44 gold each for the volatile life. That means on the high end you will be getting in a little over 22,000 gold per hour with this farm. I remember when this farm was a lot higher, but you won't have too much competition for it right now, so you might be able to sell your stock faster and profit more in the short term before anyone else catches on to this. It has been a while since I have talked about mining farms, so let's switch gears and highlight some for our mining friends. First off, Saronite ore is selling like crazy right now. I was clearing out some of my items from my bank tune and had a decent amount of Saronite ore and sold it a lot faster than I was expecting. I put some more up to test this and boom, it was gone instantly. This made me head over to Winter Grasp and start my old farming routes. This is the best route I have found for Saronite ore. Since Wintergrasp is sometimes closed for PvP, head over to this route and Shalazar Basin instead. I definitely prefer Wintergrasp, but you have to keep an eye on the time for the battle and no one wants too much downtime, so the second route is almost as good. The current US price for Saronite ore is almost 50 gold per ore right now. That is insane because in Wintergrasp you can get around 400 to 450 per hour with the route I just showed you guys. You can get a decent amount of titanium ore as well, and some other materials with eternal essences and a variety of gems from the nodes as well. If you don't factor in anything but the Saronite ore, then you will have around 20 to 22,000 gold for an hour's of your time. With all the other items factored in, you will average around 30 to 35,000 gold per hour. The difference is just how lucky you are with the other drops and if you get those items that are more valuable, so I would say it's safe to say this is around 30,000 gold an hour for your time. Another ore that is selling extremely well right now is Cobalt. I haven't farmed Cobalt in forever, but I started checking into the old ore markets and believe it or not, Cobalt is selling. The best route I have found for farming Cobalt is the one in Borean Tundra. It is a very large route around the entire zone where you want to stay around the mountains and rocky areas. Since it is so large, you should always have a node up at some point on the map, even if others are out here farming as well. I rarely saw someone out here, but again, just make sure you have war mode on to increase your chances of farming alone. For an hour's worth of farming, you will have around 200 to 250 Cobalt ore. The current US average price is almost 80 gold per right now. That means that is another 20,000 gold per hour or more farm to be doing right now. I know that besides the exotic leather farm, the others aren't close to what you could be making in Shadowlands right now, but really most of the farms in Shadowlands require you to have a skinner. If you don't have one of those, then the farms are a lot closer in gold per hour to the others in Shadowlands. Also, this skill will most likely be an empty market right now as the auction house doesn't have too many of the items I just mentioned on it currently, so you won't have too much competition right away. Once these prices go back down, we can always go back to the Shadowlands ones or even better farms that haven't been talked about yet. Well, there you have it guys, some forgotten farms that you can make a decent amount of gold on right now. I hope you guys enjoyed, and don't forget to subscribe and drop a like if you enjoyed the video to show some love for the channel, and I will catch you guys next time.